Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Greatness Game. I apologize, I am a few minutes late tonight. Hopefully you were waiting. It has been an awesome day of flow. I don't know about you, but in this new normal, I had to give myself just a day. Yesterday was crazy. Today was a little bit better of flow. I slept in a little bit. And just reorganize my day to be a little bit more balanced today. So yesterday we started talking about resiliency, and it is so big right now. I mean, this is so much of my greatness leadership work, greatness mindset, leading teams, coaching people. It comes from the work of resiliency. And if we have those tools, or if we don't have those tools. And I think everybody has had a time in their life where they either didn't know them or didn't have access to their resiliency tools and didn't know how to overcome something. But this week, I'm really dedicating these lives this week, Monday through Friday, around resiliency. And we're going to have a special guest too, tomorrow and or Friday. So stay tuned for that. But this is the Greatness Game, and it's all about your mental toughness, your leadership, and your greatness games. You know, if you go back to episode 1, which I highly recommend, every single episode is a different topic, but episode 1 and 2 really gives you the concept of accessing your greatness in you. Everyone is born with greatness, but you have to know how to access it, and you definitely have to apply it and live it every day. It's like a foreign language. If you don't use it, you lose it. So welcome in. Please come on in. Hopefully you have a glass of wine or a cup of tea or something delicious to eat for 15 minutes or so. And really I want to say that I see you. Thank you for joining me every night here for a little dose of just inspiration and that mental toughness that we all need right now. Whether you are in business or you're leading a family at home or you're single and you're doing this on your own, everybody needs some love and some inspiration right now. So let me see who is in here. Hi, Jane. Hi, Sheila. Sean. Hello, Sean. Mwah, good to see you. Actually, this is so weird. I was thinking of you yesterday. A friend of mine posted something about masculinity and fatherhood, and I immediately thought of you. So I hope you're doing well. Sean, a great speaker and does amazing work. So my name is Dina Patton. I am the owner of Greatness Training and author of The Greatness Game, and so love being here with you every night. And last night I talked about a woman who does some really great, literally since the 70s, resiliency work, Suzanne Kabasa. And you can look up her articles and her work, but she has 3 C's of resiliency building. And yesterday we talked about challenge, and go back to that episode, because that is really at the heart of being resilient. And then today we are talking about commitment and control. And these 3 C's are really so important right now. And every one of these episodes, I try to give you stories or tips or examples, but really what I want you to do is apply it to your own life. What piece, I always say, take what you need and trash the rest. Not everything I say, or any teacher or any coach or any speaker, not everything applies to you. So you want to take that one thing can change everything. One piece, one tip, one distinction can change the game for you. So this is the thing. We are creating our futures. Although we are surviving something right now, we are trying to thrive something right now that is short term. But everything we do is building our future, is creating our next future. And your future needs you, your past doesn't. So let's bring those past lessons, those gold nuggets, and start building our future. And so tonight we're talking about commitment and control. So the 3 C's of being resilient, like total badass, I got this, whatever comes my way, I'm going to handle it right? That's what resiliency is. So commitment, and I'm reading her work. Commitment is, she says, resilient people are committed to their lives and their goals, and they have compelling reasons to get out of bed. Commitment isn't just restricted to your work. They're committed to their relationships, their friendships, their mindset, the causes that they care about, and their religious beliefs. So it's that commitment. We often look externally for many things. But this is the thing, is everything you need, you have. If your income just got taken away from you, that's one thing that got taken away from you. But you have everything you had before that income got taken away. But I think we can go to a very dark place when something bad happens, right? The big D's: divorce, disease, death, devastation. So when something happens, we have to remember, can we stay resilient? Can we stay in that greatness mindset and keep our focus and say, wait a minute, no one took the tools I have. No one took my mindset. No one took my purpose. No one took my vision. Okay, my income just got cut in half or not at all, right? Like maybe you are unemployed right now. So there's things that are happening. But my challenge to you inside of being resilient is, can you remember who you are and the commitment you have in your own life, that why, that purpose, that vision, that dream that you're on. So commitment, so important. She says a person who has no purpose in life, no motivation, no commitment, will not be able to lead a resilient life. On the other hand, resilient people find meaning in their activities even when faced with significant challenges, because they are committed to finding the meaning towards taking an active problem-solving approach. So it really is, when I do purpose work with people, I use the analogy of a train. First of all, I want to welcome whoever just signed up. Hi, Victoria. Hello, welcome. And welcome, Candace. Candace is in Colorado. I don't know if you're getting snow right now. So many of my friends are getting snow. We are very lucky to have like 72 degrees right now in Arizona. It's so beautiful. So welcome in, Tiffany. Hello, I see you. Welcome. We're talking about resiliency. And it's 3 C's of resiliency. The first one was challenge. That was last night's live. Tonight is commitment. So commitment, your purpose, your commitment to your life, to your dreams, to your vision, to your relationships, to your future, and that's what we're doing here. We're about building your future right now, not building your past. So this is the thing. When I do purpose work, I use the analogy of a train. This is why. Is you want to imagine that you are the train. And where you're going, the stations that you're going are all the big dreams that you have that are out in front of you, and you're going forward in that train, right? Clarity moves the train. If you are not clear in your 3-month, 6-month, 1 year, 3-year dreams, what happens to the train is the train doesn't know where to go. It just goes over here, gets derailed, it stops, right? But when we have clarity, clarity moves the train, clarity moves the train, clarity moves the train. So I encourage you inside of this distinction of commitment, and maybe your commitment's changed. Maybe your purpose has changed, your why. And this is such a great time to do that reflection, What am I here for? What is my purpose? Inside your family, inside of your gifts, inside of your career or your business. Who are you and why are you here? So that commitment, it's totally what gets me out of bed, right? I mean, it's just, although I did sleep in this morning, it still got me out of bed just a little later. I love sleeping in. It was great this morning. So it creates the motivation to move the train. Clarity moves the train. So the vision is out in front of you. and it helps pull the train. When you have this big, juicy, amazing dream, it pulls you. And you know who, I saw a little thing on Facebook, and I try not to spend a lot of time on Facebook. I try to post and maybe, check on a few friends and clients and get off, because it is a spin out dark circle for me. So I saw this little movie, if you want to say, on Ashton Kutcher. And I did not know his past story. And it was about his, how he was getting in trouble, and then he got put in jail for some choices he made. And then he tried one career and that failed. And then he got another one and he reinvented himself. And it was when he found his purpose that, boom, his train moved with velocity and power. It's like, right? And I was like, oh, that is such a great story. It's a great story of overcoming, but it's also, and growing up, but it's also a really good story around purpose. There's something about when we know our purpose and our gifts that moves our train. So the vision is out front. The purpose is kind of the caboose. It's like pushing. It's the thing that gets you out of bed. And it says, go do this. So your purpose is pushing, your vision is pulling, right, the train down the track. And this is the thing, if you're confused, that train is going to get derailed. Confusion derails the train. So one of the biggest tips I can give you is do some reflection and really ask yourself your dreams and where that train is going, and then your purpose. So challenge. So back to her 3 C's. Challenge. Number 1, resilient people view difficulty as a challenge, not a paralyzing event. And point number 2 is commitment. Resilient people are committed to their lives and their goals no matter what. So that level of commitment to their purpose and their why. And then the third one, first of all, before I go on to the third one, welcome. Hello, Barbara. Welcome in. Welcome to the Greatness Game, episode 19. Tomorrow is 20. I didn't think I was going to last to episode 20, but I am, and I love it. And I'm actually going to have some guests here shortly for you guys in the next couple days. So back to the third C is control. And this is a hard one because we all want to be in control all the time, and we don't understand. We're not in control. But personal control, resilient people spend their time and energy focusing on what they have control over. So in the situation that we are in right now, a lot of entrepreneurs, I'm in the community of entrepreneurs, small to medium-sized business owners. So, there's a lot of things that we don't have control over. Obviously, that the government is saying, our income, there's just a lot that was taken away from us. But where I want you to focus is what you can control. We all have a ton of free resources: Facebook, YouTube, email. When I started my first business at 24 in 1995, 1996, somewhere in there, I didn't even have email. I didn't even have the email. I mean, you faxed your report over, or, when clients started working with my marketing company, they would fax over contracts. Like, that's how we did business, right? So who remembered, just put the word fax if you did business via fax. So I know, I'm not the only one that was in the fax era. But there was no email, there was no cell phone. Definitely no internet. In fact, my first business was a PR and marketing company in New York City, and I had just had a stroke at 27 because I had no boundaries around my business, and I was working 16 hours a day. That's another story. I got a knock on the door from these 2 guys who pretty much said, there's this thing coming called the internet, and it's going to put you and your magazine and your business out of business. And we want to buy you and create a website out of what you're doing. And I was like, what? Internet? What is this? So that was my first business. But that's not the life that we're living in right now. We are living, yes, Barbara, fax and snail mail. Yes, mail, you would wait. You would wait 3 days or 4 days for a contract to come in. Or I remember even waiting for, I had a marketing and PR company. So we did a lot of pictures, pictures at events and pictures of our clients. And you would wait like 4 days for the pictures to develop. Go down to Walgreens or go down to the photo lab and get your pictures. It was a lot of waiting. And so about control, where our worry and our fret comes from is all the things we can't control, right? So right now, the desertion, where you can get your power back, is even if you have to make a list of the things that you have control over. You have control over your budget. You have control over your home. You have control over your feelings. You have control over your business. Even if your business is selling nothing right now, like if it's dead in the water, you still have control over your business. It's still your brand, your website, your email list, your social media. Like, work on your business. Work on your business. Maybe there's some systems or some marketing that you could be using time for. So when we come out of this, you're ready to rock and roll. Work on your business, right? So, or get creative, and there's other ways to make money. So those who spend time worrying about uncontrollable events can feel lost, helpless, and powerless. And that's where a lot of people can feel right now. But where my encouragement is focus on the things that you can control. And regarding the money piece, if you are one of those where your income got cut, I encourage you, one, this is temporary, go get a job. Go, if you're not selling anything, go get a job with these many companies that are hiring right now for a month or two, and then come back, right? It's okay. Giving yourself permission to solve your own problems. Pull up that greatness, pull up that problem solving, challenge yourself and get your control back and go get a job, right? So that's one way. The other is pivot, getting creative. Maybe get 2 or 3 of your best clients on the phone and ask them for 30 minutes of their time and do a brainstorming, a kind of a mastermind around how can I pivot my services or my products? What, sometimes you just need some ideas. If you don't have a coach, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have a group that you, a lot of us are in small business groups. If you don't have that kind of access, get a few clients or customers on the phone and brainstorm with them. They would love to see you win and love to help you move forward. Hop on a Zoom call. So, but that's what you can control. You can control that and saying, I'm gonna at least, maybe I'm paralyzed in my head. Okay, I'm gonna get 3 or 4 friends together and we're gonna just mastermind for 30 minutes on Zoom. That's what you can control. All right. So those are the 3 C's, my friends. 3 C's of resiliency building: challenge, commitment, and control. So you can always come back to these videos. You can tag people who need to hear this and get out of a place of disempowerment, feeling out of control, feeling like they're a victim. We can all be there. But, sometimes it's just listening to something and snapping yourself out of it and saying, here's 1 action I can take. Here's 2 actions I can take, right? So I encourage you to stay in action around the things that you can control and not look at the things that you can't control. That's where we get so spun out in the smallness head, right? And smallness can very quickly derail our train, derail our mindset, derail our progress. So keep listening to your mindset, your greatness mindset. Anchor yourself in. I did one of these about self-care and morning routines. I can't tell you guys how much my morning routine is like. It's always been powerful. It's such a basis of my power and my fuel for my day. But if you don't have a morning routine that empowers you, gets you like fueled up, then I encourage you to. You can even go on Pinterest, you can Google morning routine. There's a ton of people that talk about it. This is why. These are the kind of little systems that help you stay empowered and stay focused. As a business owner, I don't have time to be derailed for 3 days or be in my smallness mindset and be spun out and victim. Like, no one's running my business except me, right? So I have to stay accountable to my greatness mindset and fueled. So that morning it's an hour every single morning, and I did a post on it. I've done a live about self-care and morning routines. And the whole point of a morning routine is to, for me, get me grounded in my faith, so my spirit is right, get my eyes grounded on my vision and where I'm going right now, the games I'm playing, and get me grounded in my greatness. And really, like, I tell smallness off every morning. I'm like, smallness, you do not serve me. Where I'm going, right? I've got dreams and goals to crush. I don't have any time to be dancing with smallness. So it's just a real time for me to balance myself, mind, body, and spirit, get a little bit of a workout in, get my heart right, get my eyes right, and just get that fuel I need. I do a protein shake, and so it just fuels me. We need fuel. We're just like a car. If you have no fuel, when I look at people, I can see if they are not feeding themselves right? Like mind, body, spirit, and they're just disempowered, totally on empty, and living a life like that. Well, that's hard to move a train if you don't have fuel. So I encourage you to stay resilient, create even a mini morning routine that serves you, that gives you some positivity. I have found some amazing YouTube videos. Put like motivation or inspiration into YouTube. There's some really great videos. Just listen to that, right? I mean, you don't have to do my morning routine. That's what fuels me. So you have to think about what fuels you. What is going to fuel your mind so you're focused? What's going to fuel your spirit so that you're full and you're powerful and glowing and ready, right? And what's going to fuel your body so that you have energy? There's nothing like just running out of energy all the time. We can't push our train very far with that. So, all right, loves. Well, thank you so much. Please stay out of your comfort zone. It is not, I know it's so sexy and compelling to just go where it's really, really comfortable, but your greatness is calling you, your vision is calling you, your future is calling you. So little bit of progress. It is so not about perfection. Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow night and Friday night, I think we have some special guests. So I'm super excited for you guys to be meeting a couple of my friends, and still we're going to be talking about resiliency all week long. And then next week, I think I'm going to move this time because I thought I was only going to do 2 weeks of these, and it is family time. So I might move them during the day, and I would love your feedback, like a 12 o'clock Pacific time is what I was thinking. So I would love, like, will you put 12 o'clock yes or 12 o'clock no in there, like a 12 or 1. So I'd love your feedback on that next week. So that's it. All right, you guys, stay in your greatness mindset. Have a fabulous night. I will see you tomorrow.